Rudy Giuliani well. If you wanted to go after Barack Obama, you certainly did it. First of all, let me ask you your reaction to Sarah Palin in her debut. You're a professional speaker. What did you think of this?
I thought she did a great job. When you consider this is her, maiden voyage in this tremendous pressure, she was superb. She was a professional. She handled it very well. She got the crowd on her side. She kept them on her side, and she also made some very, very strong points. She proved that she can be both a policy person for John McCain as well as somebody who, where it's necessary, can do contrast.
Now, she certainly laid down some real divides here. She talked about, small-town America and the media elites. I mean, she's going after the very people you represent.
She's going after the people that we believe Barack Obama has left open. I mean, those are the people he said were clinging to religion and their guns. Those are the people that he demeaned when he discussed her town as being, not big enough, or I called it, not cosmopolitan enough, but I think he said something like it's not being big enough. I mean, those mayors are most of America. Those towns are most of America. So he's kind of left a big opening there.
What is the battleground now, as you see it? Do you see her being able to appeal to women across America as, describing herself as the mom, the hockey mom, speaking out for parents with special needs children? Has she carved out a new territory for American politicians?
I believe she has, but I also think she talks to men as powerful as she does women. I'd have to look at her numbers in Alaska, but I bet they're as strong among men as women. She's a very effective executive. I mean, she has done a superb job in a short time in the governorship, 20 months, but that's the critical time. That first 8 months is really a critical time. So I think she's got a heck of a record to lay out there. It's an executive record. Frankly, it's missing from the ticket, the Democratic ticket, and it's the area where John needed some help as well. So I think she's going to be a big asset in many respects.
And you don't think she's vulnerable on the size and scale of her executive experience and the brevity of her political experience?
Well, I think that John McCain makes up a lot on the experience factor. You want a balanced ticket, right? If you have somebody who's strong on foreign policy, you want someone who's strong on domestic policy. She is certainly strong on domestic policy. As far as foreign policy is concerned, she's going to develop it along with John McCain. I mean, and it seems to me this is a very quick study. She was selected less than a week ago. That was a heck of a speech for somebody selected less than a week ago. I've seen people after 20 years in politics not be able to give a speech like that.
No question about that in terms of her ability to move this crowd and to stir this crowd. Let me ask you about your own speech just briefly. You went after him. You went after him hard. You were sarcastic. Barack Obama has 18 million votes and has survived a very tough Democratic primary test of 20 months. Did you have any pause at all in going after him this hard and belittling him the way you did?
I don't think he had any in this audience. The reality is he had 18 million votes, and Hillary Clinton had 18 million votes, and he did not win his primary the way John McCain beat all of us. I mean, he squeaked by. Even after he was the front runner, he couldn't win primaries in major states. Hillary beat him. So they have a candidate that was the choice of half of their party, if that. We have a candidate that won primaries hands down. I mean, very few he didn't win. Very few he didn't win by big numbers. We're the United Party this time. They're still trying to put it all together. I know that because I talked to a lot of Democrats. I mean, those things that Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton said about Barack Obama are different than the usual criticisms. They said he wasn't prepared to be president of the United States. Those are very damaging words, and I think they're going to reverberate throughout this campaign.
Mayor Rudy Giuliani, after your speech tonight, and Judith Giuliani, thank you so much for joining us. And the game is on, Keith. The war has begun. Back to you.
Indeed it has. Andrea Mitchell, thanks. When we return, we'll rejoin Chris Matthews and the panel in St. Paul for more reaction to the Palin speech. Our coverage of the Republican 2008 convention continues from St. Paul and New York after this.
In politics, there are some candidates who use change to promote their careers. And then there are those, like John McCain, who use their careers to promote change.